This information is presented by the Ontario Media Development Corporation on behalf of the Ministry of Culture through the Entertainment and Creative Cluster Partnerships Fund.
The Interactive Content Exchange 2008 by Interactive Ontario. Vidcast 3.
And we're up to Vidcast 3 for the Interactive Content Exchange, brought to you by Interactive Ontario. I'm Steve McGarrett from GeekNews.com, about to recap the final day of panelist discussions and interviews for the e-media event of the year, ISO 8. So far, the Interactive Content Exchange has had everything from exclusive e-industry announcements to first-hand demos of new tech not seen anywhere. So it's fitting we begin with yet another first for the premier cross-platform hub, as the co-founder of one of the most popular social media games on the web makes his first ever North American conference debut only at ISO 8.
SCRABULOUS, yeah.
The word is Scrabulous. Launched in 2005 by India's Scrabble enthusiasts, the Aguala brothers, it's taken social gaming to new heights since being added as a Facebook app in 2007. It would soon become the most user-oriented game on Facebook, with over 500,000 participants playing at any given time. It's also established itself as a force in new pop culture, with fan-made songs by groups exampled here at tasteliketv.com.
Ain't gonna get you very far.
ISO 8 would set the stage for the first panel interview for one of the co-founders of the game, who gave some insight on the power of gaming and social networks.
So what I would say is that if someone wants to build an application, then they should probably think big, and they should think that the application should be successful.
We got a quick clip with Giant after his discussion, as seen here in the worst two-shot ever caught on video, to ask him if he was surprised by the app's popularity.
Yes, I mean, we were not expecting so many users to use our application, and like in the first couple of weeks we just had a couple of thousand users, and we were not really sure whether we are doing nicely or not, but after that it really caught up, and we now have around 3.2 million users.
ICE 2008 Games and Marketing.
Using the impact of games for branding was the topic churner in the round room, as audience members were given how-to positives in that sector.
What we have the opportunity to do with games is to simulate things, to simulate experiences, and in particular to simulate experiences with the products and services that marketers really want to present.
For a marketing spend of more or less nothing, we can have 60 million people interacting with brand, and they're having a proper brand experience. They're not having an advertising message that's just shoved in someone's face. They're actually having an experience that's sort of built around the brand, and it's cost next to nothing.
Still on the theme of gaming, we visited Trans Gaming Technologies in their demo area for a quick look-see at their software portability technology on display.
What the technology allows us to do is literally wrap Windows codebase and drop it down onto a target platform. So on the Mac side, one of our biggest strengths is that we can take a Windows game that's been under development, let's say for 3 to 5 years, obviously tens of millions of lines of code, literally wrap that with a technology cider in this case, and it runs on a Mac. So our additional work really is limited to resolving bugs with OpenGL and Apple drivers and so on, optimization, queuing it specifically on all the different configurations of Macs, and the game is pretty much ready to go.
As well as giving us a quick run-through on Cider, the Toronto-based software group gave ICE insiders access to their recently released Mac games download portal, GametreeOnline.com.
GametreeOnline.com is a site where people can go, purchase Mac games, download them immediately to their laptop or their PC at home, and be able to play. So you remove the need to leave the house, go to the retail store, search out, and for Mac games, that's a really big thing these days.
ISO 8 Fire and Ice Rants.
And it was back to the concert hall where interaction and ranting were combined into a competitive spirit, as panelists took to the floor to talk about issues that affected them in the world of all things digital.
After several fruitless emails, I said to hell with it. The magic was gone, whatever there was. I saw them as nosy, pushy, greedy, biased, self-serving, and irresponsible. Did I leave anything out?
So, I want to talk to you about an idea. Massively meaningful reality games, and kind of challenge your idea about what's possible and what the potential for our games are. So, my version of what is a game. A game is a safe environment with virtual or fictional risk. There's clear objectives and choices, rules and challenges that make us develop skills and learning.
Out in the foyer, we got a glimpse of another innovative digital product showcase feature by Hop To It Productions called S-Smash. As the name suggests, the still in early beta stages software app is an online mashup tool that's meant to empower next-generation storytellers to interact with content and each other.
So you take the video from, say, a TV show, and you can edit it together and personalize it and create your own videos.
Back at our Geek News booth, we had the opportunity to demo a newly launched web surfing app by the Toronto-based Zytrend Corporation. It's called Alertle. It's a web-based RSS reader meant for the mainstream user.
Basically what it does is it gets updates from your favorite websites in one place. So you don't have to go on several different sites to see what's going on there. So it pulls in your news updates, technology updates, updates from your favorite blogs, weather updates, pretty much anything which happens out there on the web.
Interactive Content Exchange 2008 for the kids.
In this session concerning kids, games, and online social networks, ICE spectators and panelists explored the nature of community in interactive children's properties.
What we ended up doing is creating an experience that is somewhat of a single-player experience for these kids who are emulating the adventures of the Spy Kids on the show by using a number of tools with which they can do sort of forensic digging. So it's taking that fantasy that you have a child that you want to be a private detective and you want to find clues and solve things.
There were like 5 million kids and teens in virtual worlds in 2006, and they're projecting there's going to be 20 million in 2011 in the US alone.
The kids haven't evolved any more than we did, and what we're building on is playground currency. What's got playground currency? Everyone talks about the water cooler moment in television, adult television. We go for the water fountain moment. What are they going to be talking about the next day?
Well, after 3 days of sit-down conferences, yours truly thought he'd unwind and get immersed with gesture text screen extreme display. Besides oiling up some of my joints, I got to actually play around with an Oreo cookie ad in real time with the digital signs cam and screen interface. Not to mention practice up on some of my mime-inspired treading water techniques. Yeah, I'm a dork. The end of ICE was marked with a look forward. Session guides gave a glimpse of future trends in media culture and business that could make a big impact in the next decade.
The future is here, it's just not evenly distributed yet. And this is really the premise of all 4 starting activities, which is to look at the present state and things which are in flux and things which are uncertain, and to use that as the input into innovation or business survival.
The web is essentially a bucket and a database where we can go and look up what's happening through this passive poor window called a browser. In this next iteration, the information becomes active, and it tells you when something has happened rather than you having to look it up every time.
We are very pleased to have closed the conference on this note. Special thanks to you. Get on our mailing list. If you're not a member, if you're in Ontario, please talk to us. We'd love to make you a member. I hope you have a terrific weekend, and I look forward to seeing you at future events. Thank you very much.
So there you have it, over 30 sessions of focus-based discussions concerning all aspects of media, gaming, and tech coming to a close. And we should note that these vidcasts only scratch the surface of ICE08. To truly experience it, you have to be a part of it, hence the interactive angle. It's about people meeting people with Blackberries meeting people. It's a different kind of a concept. For more info on how you can interact with the industry professionals of the new economy, make sure to visit interactiveontario.com for upcoming session information. And while we're in plug mode, visit geeknews.com for the latest in new pop culture web news. By geeks, for geeks, from this geek. Steve McGarry saying thanks for watching.
Geek News.